I think we're due for an adventure in time and space. Episode 11 is based off the game Exodus, developed by Archetype Entertainment, which is a division of Wizards of the Coast, which is a subsidiary of Hasbro. If only they could bring back Glover. However, this company was built from the ground up in Austin by James Olin, who had left the ashes of what was left of BioWare after the slow burn that was the purchase by EA in 2007, as being bought by EA is a slow and painful death sentence. Because of the involvement of EA, I have no faith in the Star Wars or Dragon Age properties. One final note, James Olin started the company in April of 2019. As for this game's episode called Odyssey, we are in the interesting position that the writer of this episode is also the creator of the show itself, Tim Miller. Well, one thing's for sure, this wasn't based off the game by Wisdom Tree. Neither does this short star June, the main character from the original game. No, this short stars Nick Hansen, a mechanic, on the newly colonized world of Leiden. The second character we focus on is his daughter, Mari. From the get-go, we are introduced to the idea of the Traveler, which has the Traveler's creed of, we sail on the edge of light speed, where time moves differently. As each day goes by, years pass for those we leave behind. Our service, our sacrifice, discovers worlds, seeds hope, breaks empires. We are the Travelers. You see, Nick Hansen is in fact a widower. He lost his wife and eventually he loses his daughter, because she has the idea to go into space on her own with a guy named Raphael. Nick goes on a mission to go and try to find her, but they are separated by time dilation. Mari had traveled to the planet called Scotia. While 1 year passed for Nick, 8 went by for Mari. Sadly, the planet turned into a radioactive hellscape where death might meet them. Thankfully, they escape and head for Malayu, where 3 years go by. But that's for Nick. 26 were for Mari. Nick gets another dead end, dealing with the fact that Celestials, dangerous creatures of this universe, would be on her tail. And thus he heads towards Hevelius, where 8 years have passed for Nick, and 32 have passed for Mari. And Nick surrenders to the Celestials, hoping that would give him the edge when he heads to Anafi, where 11 years have gone by, with 53 years for Mari. How is this girl still alive? Nick, wearing Celestial tech, has finally communicated with Mari, unfortunately during an intergalactic battle, which honestly is pretty freaking cool, I'm not gonna lie. But when Nick gets to Mari, it's practically too late. He does everything he can until he lets her go. She lived the full life of a traveler and brings home an artifact, inspiring him to go on more adventures. The biggest problem with this episode is that it was very narrated. Tim didn't have the faith in his viewers that they would infer the information from the screen itself. Which is pretty disheartening, honestly, because the world I saw in this short was intriguing. And the fact is, this is actually advertising for a game that has no current release date. The game's full title will be Exodus: Become the Traveler. Here's hoping this one gets an audience. It will be for the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, and the PC.